Hi everyone, good evening. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat box if you can hear me and see me properly. Please do something to tell me that you can hear me. Am I audible? Hello, good evening everyone. Okay, I'll just assume that I'm audible since I'm not getting any confirmation here. Okay, so today's session we are going to talk about basics of a healthy diet, and diet is actually extremely important for your body to be healthy. Like usually people think it's exercise. If we exercise, if we lose a certain amount of weight, if we gain a certain amount of weight, that should be fine, but that all of that is backed by diet. I would say diet is like 80% important and exercise is 20% for a healthy body. Even if you want to lose weight, gain weight, maintain weight, whatever your stance is, healthy diet is extremely. It's like air. You can't really live without that. Anybody want to say yes if you can hear me properly, please, in the chat box. We'll get right into it. Um, if I can just know that I'm audible. Okay. Thank you, Reshma. Thank you so much. Okay. So, like I said, diet is very important, 80/20 if you compare diet and exercise. And the most important thing there also is, I think, mindful eating. No calculations, no other complicated theories and fundas. I think if you can eat mindfully, if you can observe what you're eating, a lot of your problem will already be sorted. Mindful eating is what makes all the difference because the game is all about calories. How many calories you eat in a day is what is going to define whether you're gaining weight, losing weight, whether what you're eating um stays in your body as fat, as energy, as muscle. It's all about the number of calories you're taking in and the kind of calories you're taking in. And in the game of calories, like I'll give you basic understanding of how everything works, this game of calories, and this is from experience. So I have like read a little bit about this and practiced it on my own for a while. And how it works is basically for your body, everyone has a different body. So for your body weight and body height, you need to first figure out how many calories you need in a day to healthily function. So it could be 2000 calories in a day, it could be 1500, 3000, whatever, depending on your weight and height. And you can easily figure out the number of calories that you require by observing what you eat for a while. So, I mean, there are different calculations available on Google where you can see if this is your weight and this is your height, this is how much you should eat. But everyone's body is different, and they just give you a like simple calculation which may not be accurate to your body type. So what I'd recommend is for like a week, you track how much you're eating, how many calories you're eating in a day. And you can do that by weighing your food or tracking your food. If you're eating, for example, if you're eating one banana, how much calorie does it mean? If you're eating two chapatis, how many calories will they have? And to do that, you will need to take help of Google or some other apps on the internet to see how many calories one banana, one apple, and every different thing has. But once you get an idea, you just have to look it once you get an idea, you can fairly intuitively calculate how much you are eating. If you are eating like 1 cup of uh, dal, or two chapatis or whatever, so you can start observing that what portion size you eat and how many calories that food contains for a while. And then you can map, for example, if you ate 2000 calories today, what is your weight tomorrow morning? And if you eat 2500 calories tomorrow, what is your weight the next day morning? So you sort of track this data, or you can plot a graph or whatever. But this is how you can track whether what is the right amount of calories for you, basically. So if your weight is increasing with a certain number of calories, you should reduce them a little and then try it. For example, if after 2000 calories you see a slight increase in weight, you can reduce some of them like 1800. Do that for a while, then see how much, if you're gaining or losing or maintaining. So this is how you can arrive at a proper number of calories that is ideal for you. And then depending on your objective, if you want to just maintain a healthy body, if you're happy with the weight and everything, you can just keep eating that number of calories every day. If you want to lose weight, you can reduce it a bit from your ideal calorie number. If you want to gain weight, you can add more. But it does not mean, like, if you want to reduce number of calories, it does not mean that you start eating less and only do that. If you start eating less, of course you will lose weight, because you're eating less calories, so your body will provide energy to do the functions, and you will lose weight. But that's not a healthy way to lose weight. So while you're eating less calories, make sure that you're compensating that by eating the right kind of foods, the right kind of calories. Like, protein is very important for you to build muscles. So if you're eating deficit calories in deficit and you do not eat enough protein, then your body will start burning your muscles to make that energy that it needs to function, because you're eating lesser than your normal required calories. And we don't want that. We want muscles to be stronger, because that's what matters, basically. So we need stronger muscles. And if we are eating deficit calories, we have to make sure that we're eating the right amount of protein, so our muscles are getting built, are getting stronger. And along with that, while you are doing that diet, now do add some exercise in it. So if you're eating lesser calories, if you add some exercise like some light yoga, some light, resistance training, or lifting weights or whatever, that will help you in building muscles, making your muscles stronger. Sorry, the exercise will help you in breaking the muscles, and the protein that you intake when you improve your diet will help you in rebuilding those muscles. And when they rebuild, they become stronger. So that's, the thing behind it, basically, the concept. So make sure when you're changing your diet, whatever, if you're reducing calories or increasing the number of calories, make sure the composition of your diet is improved. So, like I said, protein is very important. The right amount of protein for you would be somewhere between half of your body weight to equal of your body weight. For example, for every 1 kg of weight, we if you're doing proper resistance training, if you're going to the gym, if you're physically active, we should ideally eat 1 gram of protein for 1 kg of weight. So if my weight is 60 kgs, I should ideally eat 60 grams of protein if I'm physically active, if I'm going to the gym, doing resistance training, doing yoga, basically burning my muscles. If you're not very physically active, if you just do some simple walking, some light exercises, you can reduce that to a bit, but you should ideally eat somewhere between zero point 0.5 to 1 gram of protein for each kg of your weight. So that's how much protein we should include. And in Indian diet, I mean, if you're a vegetarian especially, you do not usually eat so much protein. So that's something that you have to be really conscious of. How can I include more protein in my diet? But along with it, all the other things are also important. Like fiber is very important. So you should try to think ways of adding fiber to your diet. So you can introduce some green leaf vegetables, some fruits. So that will give you good fiber. And fat is also important, so it's not like we have to avoid fat at all costs. We just have to avoid the bad fats. We have to actually consume good fats for our body to be healthy. And good fats include stuff like ghee, paneer, cheese. So oily, fried, all that stuff, all maida, these pizzas and burgers that we eat, those are not the right kind of things that you should eat, even if you want to eat more calories. So it's not like we just have to consume a certain number and then it does not matter what we're eating, because that certain number should include all these things, all these nutritions that our body needs. So protein, fats, minerals, fibers, and everything. So I think, yeah, this is like some basic stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys have any specific questions, if you want to ask something that you have in mind about diet, feel free to post them in the chat section. I will take them up in the next 5 minutes that we have. And so we've extended the start date of Empower Run by 1 week. So what I would suggest is you have 1 week's time to track your food intake, your calorie intake, and come up with a number that this is the right amount of calories that I should eat with whatever target you have. And once we start with the run and you start becoming physically more active, start your cardio, start your whatever resistance training, yoga that you do, I think that would be those 2 3 weeks that we do this Empower Run for will be the ideal time of you also keeping a check on your diet, eating mindfully, including protein and other different things in your diet that you currently may lack. So I think that will give you a holistic balance and the benefit of what we're trying to do with Empower Run if we add exercise and diet both. So that should be really really helpful. And if there are questions, then I think we can call it a day. If I will wait for a while, if there are anyone has any questions, please post it on the chat and I will take it up. All right. So thank you so much for joining today, and I hope you start eating a little bit more mindfully now onwards. And have a good evening, you all. Bye bye.